do you think I don't know? I've been around but never somewhere this cold. You take away you want, but it's never, I'm never enough. I'm caught up in a fool's love, 'cause I'm burning up for you and I can't let go. I feel the sky fall around me and you don't know. Diamond lights got me hooked on your false hope. Loving you is just like holding on to fool's gold. And I thought that you were someone I could run to. Now I'm left with all the things you said you wouldn't do. This was never something real enough for you to hold, 'cause it's a false love, honey, and a fool's gold. Fool's gold. One more fight turns into one more night, and I'm always gonna try and say that it's the last time. Then you say it's what you want, but it's never, I'm never enough. I'm living in a fool's love, 'cause I'm burning up for you and I can't let go. I feel the sky fall around me and you don't know. Diamond lights got me hooked on your false hope. Loving you is just like holding on to fool's gold. And I thought that you were someone I could run to. Now I'm left with all the things you said you wouldn't do. This was never something real enough for you to hold, 'cause it's a false love, honey, and you fool's gold. Fool's gold. Fool's gold. Fool's gold. I'm caught up in a fool's love. Fool's gold. All the words you say, they never hold the weight. All they do is suffocate the love I have for you. Time is running out, you're a bad habit now. I shouldn't be made to feel this way, wanting something real. Learning out, can't let go. Sky falls, you don't know. Lies got me hooked on your false hope. Loving you is fool's gold. Fool's gold. Fool's gold. I'm caught up in a fool's love. Fool's gold.
Hey, 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 happy Wednesday. It's so good that I've got the thing up there, because I tell you what, every time I just about go live and I've got to look up there and remind myself what day it is. Ah, dear, it's all good fun. How are you all doing out there? It is a Wednesday, the 30th of August, and it's all happening. It's torrential, horrible weather, rains are pouring down. What's happened to the summer? It's absolute pants. It's really depressing. I'm in a bit of a depressed mood today. Evening, Scott. How you doing? How you doing? I was really umming and ahhing whether we were going to go live today. I was like, what shall we talk about? What should we do? Am I even ready? It's been a manic day. We're all busy, I know. Look, I haven't even got my lights sorted out this morning. Look, if I come, or this afternoon, this evening even, if I come really close so you can see me, how about that? Is that better? Oh, I don't know. You're not here to see me anyway. How you doing? You all right? Oh, I hope it's good. Who we got on board this evening? We got Robert. How you doing, Robert? Nice to have you join us. Let me just sort my coffee and my moustache out and everything. Third cup of coffee today, Robert. I'm catching up with you. Oh, that's good. Coffee will inspire you. It will Invigorate the soul. It will get us all ready for the rest of the day. Now, what's been happening? Well, I was having a quick look before we started, and you mentioned something you wanted to mention tonight. So I did. Oh, yeah, well remembered. Darn, you remembered. I didn't. Excellent. 3 coffees for me too. Excellent. Yep, third one today. Well, Instagram people, I was catching up on some news to give you some brief updates and what have you if you've missed it. Now, Instagram, we all know, has liked for years, for ages, has had square images. Square images, no longer. Now, I believe they are rolling out the fact that you can now put landscape and portrait images on there. This is the big question. Will this make you use Instagram more? Will this make you use Instagram less? Do you think they're missing a trick here and they should have stuck to the square format? I like the square format, I must be honest. Give me some comments, give me some feedback, give me something to talk about. What else? Oh yeah, my idea. Yeah, we must kind of work on that one, I think. It might be a working in progress. You see, the thing is, I do like Instagram. And I do like the fact that you know that it's going to be a square image. And I know it drives you up the wall, especially if you've got this beautiful landscape image that you've taken and you can't make it fit that little square box. But at the same time, when I'm out taking photographs and I'm in an Insta mood, I like the square format. I use it already, but the change sounds good to me. You've already got it already? Ah, well, maybe it's been out longer than I thought then. I just called it up on my news feed earlier on. You can tell I haven't been on Instagram for a little while. I'm trying to get more stuff out there. Been working on the website today, which is good. Images have uploaded now, but I haven't quite finished captioning them all up and giving them titles and all that kind of stuff. If you're wondering what that noise is, can you hear that? My buttons on my jacket. Anyway, there we go. So yeah, so it's interesting. I think it's a good move. Well, do I think it's a good move? No, I'm gonna backtrack on that. I don't think it's a good move. I think they should have stayed square. Square. Everybody knows it for that very reason. But hey, what do I know? I think it's against what they do. But it's always good for change, and I'm sure I'll make full use of it. Full use of it when I start doing my stuff. Now, what I thought we'd do a little bit today is I'm going to edit some photographs. We're going to have a chat. We're going to talk about creative stuff, and we're going to see where this goes. Loads more photographs have been coming up, rather, on the photography challenge that I set for the weekend. So I'm just looking out over there. See, I've got big windows in front of me just here. And every now and again, there's my jacket again. Something catches my eye. Oh, what's that? See, terribly nosy, aren't I? Photographs, got some more. Lee has sent us some photographs. Thank you very much, Lee, for the weekend, the bank holiday challenge that we set. I will be getting round to having a look at them and working it all out with you guys, and hopefully having a good perusal. Is that the word I'm looking for? A perusal of the photographs and see what you're doing, and hopefully you can inspire me, because see, I'm about day 2 of stuck in front of the computer. It's really not good. I really don't like it. It's not, you know, talking to myself, I'm talking to the walls, I'm talking, put music on. It's just not flowing very well today. I think I should have gone for a longer bike ride first thing this morning. Right, sip of coffee. Hey, Steve is in the house. Hello, Scott. What's the challenge this time? Hey, buddy. Nice to have you on board. How is America? I hope you're faring well and you're nowhere near all those big storms out there. Amanda's in the house. Hiya, how you doing, Amanda? Nice to have you on board too. Well, we did a little photo challenge on the weekend. The past weekend, there was a bank holiday, which is a holiday season. You get an extra day, some people do. And we set a little challenge just to record your bank holiday. And we had beautiful weather. So we've done that. People have entered some photographs in there. There's no prizes or anything like that. It's just for a bit of fun. So they've been sending them to my Facebook. Today, though, we're going to be editing some photographs. So you might be interested to watch me, and we're just going to talk about stuff. So we've got 3 people on board live. That is brilliant. Put some questions out there. Put some questions to me. What's on your mind? What's troubling you? What's bothering you at 6:30 on a Wednesday evening? Maybe it's photography related, maybe it's not. I have no idea. We'll give it a go. Anyway, let's go over to some pictures and I'll edit some bits while we're doing this. Let's just move that over there like that. And here we go. I'm still working on these pictures, well, because I've been working on other stuff as well. So I thought I'd do some quick edits while we're chatting. Come on, people, you must have some questions. There must be some questions out there for me while I'm editing. Let's do a bit of, oh dear me, no, that looks horrendous. Let's just do that, and let's do this a little bit. Just do that, and let's do that. To crop or not to crop, that is the question sometimes, isn't it? Got a lot of empty space in this image, right at the top right, all the way across here, but I kind of like these. I don't know whether you can see the cursor here. I kind of like these very ornate lampposts. They're not lampposts, actually. They're up on pillars, but they are lamps. Who does your big business cards, Scott? Ah, business cards. Let me find them for you. There's lots of companies out there. Oh dear, look, pop that up. Let's get that out of the way. Before I say who they are, I just want to make sure that this is the last company I used. Was it them? I'll know when I get the website. Bear with me, 2 seconds. Yeah, a company called Moo, M-O-O, Moo Cards. Lovely quality. You pay a bit more for them. There's lots of companies out there. Hi, Scott. Better late than never. Hey, Tel, nice to have you on board. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, so Moo. Go and check out Moo. I think if you're a first-time customer, they have lots of little offers going on there. I'm not sponsored by Moo in any way. I'm just passing on my answering the question that I've been asked. Honest. Yeah, so it's all good. Go and check them out. Really nice designs, and the quality of them very, very, very good. High quality things. I might have to take this jacket off. It's driving me out the wall with these buttons. Buttons in the house. Telly's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Steve, glad to hear you are still biking. Ah, yes, I'm trying to get fit, sir. Will you be periscoping outside again? Yeah, I probably will be. It's been a little while. I know it has been a little while. There's been so much on the boil lately. It's finding stuff to go out and kind of show you around. The last one I did was on the weekend, actually. I think it was on Saturday. Not sure whether you were with me then. I had quite a lot of people tune in, which was good. So keep out. We will be doing something soon. Try and do something next week. How about that? Or even on the weekend. Rob say, thanks, Scott. I had a look at them the other day, funnily enough. They do look like a good company and excellent to get your recommendations. Say thank you. Yeah, I've had no problems with them. As I say, you can pay a little bit more for them, but the quality's lovely. Not the kind of, hang on, let me just bring this over to me for a second. They're not the kind of cards that you would be handing out willy-nilly, shall I say, if that's even an expression. I've just made it up. I'm sure it is. Go and Google it. Be careful when you Google such things like that. Yes, willy-nilly. You're not going to be just going boom, 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 dumping them over. You know, you're going to think about them a little bit because they're kind of special. They're a little bit special. They really are. But, you know, you've got to work on that. Do you have an all-time favourite photo that you have taken? If so, what it is? No, I haven't got an all-time favourite. No, I've been asked that before, and there's not one particular image. I know it's a really boring answer. Let's go back to Lightroom. The images. My favourite one is often the one that I'm working on at this precise moment in time. It changes a lot. It really does. I've got a collection of images which predominantly will normally be shared and will normally end up on my Facebook or wherever because I like the images. But yeah, there's a big mix of stuff. But yeah, there's nothing in particular that I can pick out for you, which is really bad. Now this image here, what we're going to think is, am I going to keep this sky in or am I going to crop the image? See, I could crop this image right down there. What are we thinking? I don't know, I kind of like this guy. I like the wideness of it. I mean, it was taken wide. I mean, you could go all the way in there, but that'd be a load of rubbish, wouldn't it? I'm going to keep this wide. We're just going to have a bit of copy space with this image. Copy space, if you don't know, what's happened there? Let's get rid of that. Copy space is where graphic designers and editorial staff, they can put up bits of text running along the top there. Let's just go back to this and see if we can get it zinging a little bit better. It's sharp, which is nice. Let's just give that a little bit of contrast in there, bit of clarity, whack up the contrast a little bit. Bring back the blacks a little bit. There is a bit of flash on him, very subtle amount of flash. There's hardly anything there, just a fraction, just lightening in there. Now, let's see whether we can just bring this in here. Nice trick, just bring the edges in. Very quick edits on these ones. I'm not going to bore you with all the full details. With the deer head man, yeah. You like the drummer in the photograph as well. Yeah, I think it adds to it, adds to the scene. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick through these quite quickly. I'm just doing a quick edit and then I'll go back and kind of check them for dust and what have you. Something like that. Just lighten that guy up on the right, the drummer man, just lighten him up because we brought the edges in a little bit. Just bring him up a little bit as well, not too much. Overdone it, over-egged it. Let's just get rid of that. Just bring that there. Oh, I hope this weather goes away. Mind you, it's good for editing pictures when the weather's rubbish. I mean, you can get nice pictures when it's rubbish as well, but pleased with that, like that. Right, let's see what else we've got. I'll give that a number 2 so I know to go back on it. So we've got another shot of him walking through the streets here. Not the clearest of shots. Just get rid of that for a second. Such a shame this guy here is in the shot. Such a shame. Cloaks flying like that. This event, Steve, is called Jack in the Green. Jack in the Green, which is an annual event that happens. It doesn't just happen in where I photographed it, which was Hastings in Sussex. It happens all over. It's kind of like this very old kind of linked with the seasons changing and everybody dresses up, marches through the town. It's all about getting rid of winter and welcoming the change of the season and spring arriving. So some people think it's got pagan roots, that kind of thing, but I think it's going to have to be that one. It's not an earth-shattering image, but now you see the difference between the two images here. So you've got his foot forward and or his back on his foot. I kind of like the foot forward if it's sharp. Let's have a little look. It's sharp enough. I think your light was with me on that day. Let's have a look at the other one. Pin sharp. Try and get movement in your pictures. No, not as sharp, that one. In fact, it's definitely woolly. So we won't go with that. We'll go with that one, which I don't like as much, but it's got to be relatively sharp. Just going to edit a couple this evening and I'll be on my way. I'm still thinking about Amanda's question, actually, my favourite photograph. I don't know what my favourite photograph is. I have to put some thought to that. It's not very punchy, is it? Not very punchy at all. What we're going to do is we'll just bring that there. And we're going to bring this across here. Oop, get rid of that. The one that you're most proud of, yeah. I have to think. It does change. Problem is, I look at images and think, oh, I could have shot that a little bit different. I could have done that differently. I go back on stuff, and if I'm not careful, I re-edit them. So I'm just bringing the corners, just the edges in. Prince Charles playing the drums. Yeah, Steve. That was an image. Oh, that was taken such a long time ago. Yeah, pleased with that shot. Actually, it's not. It shows the test of time now because it was taken on film. There was no light in the room at all. I was really pushing it to get that image. Yeah, it's probably one of my favourites. I think that's up there. But you probably look at it now and go, "Oh, it's nothing." But at the time, it was a big deal because there's people up there look, with green hats on, looking out the window. It was quite big because no one had really seen that kind of side of Prince Charles, certainly playing the drums. I don't know whether they have now either. Really, it's not something that you often see. Something bothering me about this picture, and I don't know what it is. Let's just bring these. I think it's because the blacks aren't very black. Let's try and just bring a couple of bits of contrast in there. Oh, that's too much, over-egged it. Let's just bring that up. Rubbish light, absolute rubbish light, but it's a storytelling photograph. It's an event that happens. You've got to go with it, got to see how it goes. Right, next one, let's put number 2 on there. Let's pick something else a little bit more interesting for you. Scroll through. Some of these. It's nice like that. Let's see what we can do with this guy. It's not pin sharp, but it's sharp enough. Not going to straighten that too much. I like the angle. Building a bit bright behind them on the other one. Yeah, it could be. I'll go back and have a little play with that. Sometimes you kind of just start the image and then you come back and you finish it. You never quite. Sometimes it's good to walk away from an image. Walk away from an image, leave it for a bit, and then come back and pick it up later on. Whether that's in a day or two's time or a bit longer. I like immersive pictures. I like pictures that immerse you into a situation. So I often bring the edges in. Always do it, always do it. Probably overdo it. People probably look at my work and go, God, he's brought the images, the side of the pictures in again. Why does he keep doing that? What's he doing that for? Letting you into my little secrets. Although the focus is on the guy in the middle, I want to bring some of the details out in the background as well. Just bring them up a little bit, but not her. So we get rid of that. I can bring this guy because you want to lead the person. You want to lead the viewer into where the eye line down here. That's what I'm trying to, because the drums are all part of it as well, although the main focus is the guy here. I'm going to have a look at how this looks in black and white actually, which might sound crazy and it's either going to work or it might not work, but it's always good to have a little look sometimes. Just bring a snapshot in there of that, and we'll just bring that and we'll just have a little look. Yeah, it could work in black and white. Let's go back. Let's go back to that one. So much color going on in this image. It's sometimes difficult to color correct it. But the whites are looking white, so that's fine. Let's just do this for a minute. So I'm just going to create a copy of that. You like the improvements? Yeah, I haven't done too much to it, but I think it's just added it a little bit. I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot of muck on my sensor right up in that sky, so I won't even bother editing that or doing that with you now because you'd be there all night. We'll do a black and white on this, and let's just see whether we can get something out of this. Can you make all black and white except him? Yeah, you could do. You could run it through. I don't know a way of doing that in Lightroom, but you could run it through Photoshop and select him, and then keep him in color. I used to do a long time ago. I used to do a lot of that, but I'm not a big fan of it anymore. Yellow flash jacket takes the eye from the main area. Yeah, it sure does. They're a pain, those jackets, absolute pain. I was on an assignment on the weekend, a couple of weekends ago actually, and I just got the people that I was photographing. It was an event, and I just got them to take the darn things off because I hate them. You know, and the light. Oh, it was the it was screen on the green. I did a periscope beforehand, and it's so the light was low anyway, and so I was using a bit of flash in there as well, you know, and you just, absolute nightmare. Hate them. They almost drive me up the wall more as much as no smoking signs do and fire exit signs. They drive me up the wall as well. And they're everywhere. I don't know what it's like out in the States or anywhere else. I can't see you. What's happening? I don't know. Can everybody else see me? I'm down the bottom here, Lee. How you doing, buddy? Anybody else got any problems on the visuals? We've got full strength on the stream at the moment. Got green all the way through. Let me know, everybody. All okay here? Yeah, I think it's you, Lee. Thanks, Robert. Do I always have the boxes open down the right? Yeah, normally just keep them open all the time, Tel. I presume you mean like that. You can just bring them in. I just find it's just drives me out the wall with them flicking back and forth. So I normally edit here, and I've got a big 5K screen. I think it's 5K. It's the Apple one. It's a massive screen. Lucky enough to use and have one of those. So I've got plenty of space, so I'm actually struggling to edit this because I'm used to the images being so big. So this is what I'm on about with black and white. Black and white has got to have so much, I feel, personally, black and white's got to have a punch to it, yeah? So where did we start? Here, look. All the way down here. Let's just do a snapshot of this picture. Okay, so we started here. Yeah, it's just wishy-washy. You know, there's so much grey. It's like dull white and dull blacks and grey. It's just like it's like the weather is today over here. Yeah, just overcast. So we've then just gone through. and ended up with that, which I much prefer. Right click the name basic and also use solo mode. As you open one box, the other closes in case you didn't know. I didn't know that, Tel. Thank you for the heads up. Let's have a little look. Oh, yeah, you can bring them all down. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I did know that. I thought you were telling me another top secret. Yeah. And I know they put new changes in there and what have you. It's sharp, I like that. I like that image. Just work on this a little bit more. Not too much. I don't know whether he looks blown out here, but he's not. There's plenty of detail in the white. I've got a feeling my microphone's catching my collar today. Just lighten that up a little fraction. Still not happy with those whites. Let's just... a little bit too much. That's nice, that's good. Like that. Colour, black and white. Still works with the colour. As you say, it is distracting here. Definitely. But, you know, it's an event. I don't think I've got any other of him. In fact, I think every sequence, every shot I've got of that whole sequence, bearing in mind I'm in a wide angle, using a really wide angle, I've got people around me. Every shot, I think, has probably got somebody in a Fluorescent jacket. Every single one. There's nothing you can do about it. Look, even that one. Oh, there's one that hasn't. It's not the best of pictures, though. Quite like this drummer. What else we got here? Have a little quick look. Yeah, so I finished. What else did I do? Let's have a quick look at these. So these are the edited ones from the... I was pleased with that. I like that shot. Really nice. Not sure whether I'm going to put a filter over it. Yeah, real character. Not sure whether I'm going to put a filter over this one. Mess around with the colours a little bit. I didn't think I like in black and white, but after your magic, I do. Thank you, Steve. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, you've got to try sometimes. Yeah, so Lee's just saying, running the latest update of the YouTube app, and I've got no video. All the other vids play fine. That's odd. Yeah, don't know what's going on there, buddy. I don't know how everybody else is watching. I have to check that. I have to look into that. Thank you for the heads up, though. I appreciate it. So I like this. I think I'm going to put a little filter over the top of this one. They've got some nice developer modes in here and some presets you can play around with. There's a nice preset here. Yeah, I hope you get this sorted, mate. Let's just have a little look. There's a lovely, this one here. I have to lighten it up a little bit, but I love how moody that image looks. Which is quite nice, like that. Just needs tweaking a little bit though. Play around with it. Just gives it something a little bit different. But it probably won't stick with it. Put it back to where it was for a minute. It's nice, punchy, nice image. It's a bit of a news image with a local news picture, really. It's a nice event shot. Looks good with him walking through. Still quite like that. Oh, you see the colour difference on that one. Let's just have a quick fiddle around with that for a second. This is why it's good to go back. Have a little look. Got a lot of... just a little bit too yellow for my liking. Just bring that down a little bit. Don't want to make it too blue, but just a little bit. I'm still thinking I might crop that, you know. That looks better. See, I told you I wasn't sure about that image. Suddenly, do you not think? Do you agree? Where was it? So, there. In a little bit. I think I prefer that. Prefer the tighter crop on there. Still keeps the crowd in there. What we can do is just take the emphasis away from two things here. Take an emphasis away from the road just a little bit. Just a fraction. Thank you, Robert. And just take the emphasis away. My flash was clearly not quite directed in the right position because it's ended up over there. Just going to bring the highlights down on these guys in the background a little bit. Too much though. And I still think these guys here need to come up a little bit more. So this is why images can take so long. Anyway, this will do me for this evening. Let's go back to me. All good fun. Yeah, excellent. Great stuff. Well, it's good fun. Good to catch up with you. Sorry it's a short one this evening, but there we go. These things happen. It's 7 o'clock already and the day is moving quickly. I hope Lee gets that problem sorted out on YouTube. Drop me a message, Lee. I think you've sent me a couple of messages on Facebook today, but I haven't managed to catch up with that. But we'll have a chat soon. Have a good rest of the evening. And yeah, it'll be good. Thank you for watching. And catch up with you tomorrow. Thanks a lot, guys. See you soon. Bye from me.